Every year, millions of people die, not from some mysterious poison, not from an illegal drug, but from something sold in supermarkets, restaurants, bars, airports, and even sporting events. A drug so socially accepted that refusing it can sometimes make you seem strange. It has helped shape civilizations, started wars, destroyed families, funded governments, and become one of the biggest industries on earth. That drug is alcohol, despite being completely legal in most countries. Alcohol is responsible for millions of deaths every year, far more than every illegal drug combined. And unlike drugs hidden away in dark alleyways, alcohol sits openly on shelves, advertised, celebrated, and consumed by billions of people. So how did one of humanity's oldest drugs become one of its deadliest? To understand, we need to go back thousands of years, long before cities existed, before written language, before civilization itself. Humans accidentally discovered alcohol. Fruit naturally contains sugar. When certain yeasts land on damaged fruit, they begin feeding on those sugars. As they do, they produce a new chemical, ethanol, the type of alcohol humans drink today. Animals still eat naturally fermented fruit. Elephants, birds, chimpanzees, even insects have all been observed becoming intoxicated eventually. Humans learned something remarkable. If fruit could ferment naturally, they could make it happen intentionally. Around 9,000 years ago, people began brewing simple alcoholic drinks. Soon, beer, wine, and later spirits spread across the world. Alcohol became part of religion, medicine, celebration, and everyday life. But while civilization changed, the chemical itself never did. Whether it comes from beer, wine, or whiskey, the drug inside is always the same. Ethanol. The moment alcohol enters your mouth, its journey begins. A small amount passes directly into your bloodstream. The rest reaches your stomach. Unlike food, alcohol doesn't need digestion. It quickly passes into the small intestine, where it's absorbed into the blood. Within minutes, it spreads throughout your entire body, including your brain. Unlike many substances, alcohol easily crosses the blood-brain barrier, meaning it can directly affect your nervous system. But alcohol doesn't stimulate the brain. It slows it down. Inside your brain, billions of neurons communicate using chemicals called neurotransmitters. Two of the most important are GABA and glutamate. GABA slows brain activity. Glutamate increases it. Normally, these two systems stay balanced. Alcohol changes that balance. It strengthens GABA, making brain cells fire less often. At the same time, it weakens glutamate, reducing the brain's ability to stay alert. Together, these effects slow communication across the entire brain. Reaction time drops, judgment becomes impaired, speech slows, balance worsens, memories become harder to form. This is why the more alcohol someone drinks, the more intoxicated they become. If alcohol mainly slows the brain, why do people enjoy drinking it? Because alcohol also activates the brain's reward system. It increases dopamine release, making experiences feel more rewarding. At the same time, it can increase endorphins, the brain's natural pain-relieving chemicals. Anxiety begins fading. People become more talkative, more confident, more relaxed. This combination, reduced anxiety and increased reward, helps explain why alcohol is so widely consumed. But those pleasant effects don't last forever. The brain constantly tries to maintain balance. As alcohol repeatedly strengthens GABA, the brain adapts. It reduces GABA activity while increasing excitatory signals. Now, the same amount of alcohol has less effect. This is tolerance. People often assume they're becoming better at drinking. In reality, their brain is simply adapting, leading many people to drink even more. Eventually, alcohol may no longer be consumed for pleasure. Instead, It's consumed to feel normal. Without alcohol, the brain is left with too much excitation. Anxiety increases. Hands begin shaking. Sweating develops. Sleep becomes difficult. The heart races. In severe cases, withdrawal can become life-threatening. Seizures may occur. Some people develop delirium tremens, a medical emergency involving confusion, hallucinations, and dangerously unstable body function. Alcohol withdrawal is one of the only drugs that can directly cause death. Every drink eventually reaches one organ, the liver. Its job is to remove alcohol from the bloodstream. First, an enzyme converts ethanol into acetaldehyde, a highly toxic chemical. Acetaldehyde damages cells, proteins, and DNA. Fortunately, the body quickly converts it again, this time into acetate, which is far less harmful. But the liver can only process alcohol at a limited speed. Drink faster than the liver can keep up, and alcohol begins accumulating in the blood over months or years. Heavy drinking forces the liver to work constantly. Fat begins building inside liver cells. Inflammation develops. Scar tissue slowly replaces healthy tissue. Eventually, cirrhosis can occur, permanent damage that the body cannot fully reverse. Alcohol doesn't only damage the liver, nearly every organ is affected. The heart may weaken, blood pressure rises, the pancreas becomes inflamed, the immune system becomes less effective, sleep quality declines, despite alcohol making people sleepy. And because alcohol is classified as a Group 1 carcinogen, long-term use increases the risk of multiple cancers, including cancers of the mouth, throat, liver, breast, and colon. One of alcohol's strangest effects is the blackout. Many people think they passed out, but that's not what happened. During a blackout, someone may still walk, talk, laugh, and even hold conversations. The problem is memory. Alcohol disrupts the hippocampus, a region essential for forming new memories. Events continue happening, but the brain never properly stores them. The next day, hours may simply disappear. Why alcohol can kill so easily? As blood alcohol levels continue rising, the brain slows further. Eventually, the regions controlling breathing, heart rate, and consciousness begin shutting down. Breathing slows. Vomiting may occur. If someone loses consciousness, they can choke on their own vomit. Without immediate medical attention, oxygen levels fall. The brain begins dying. This is alcohol poisoning, a medical emergency that can be fatal. Why it's the deadliest drug? When people think of dangerous drugs, they often imagine heroin, methamphetamine, or fentanyl. Those drugs are undeniably dangerous, but alcohol causes harm on a completely different scale because billions of people drink it every year. Alcohol contributes to around 3 million deaths worldwide. It plays a role in liver disease, heart disease, multiple cancers, road crashes, violence, suicide, and countless injuries when researchers measure the total harm caused to both users and society. Alcohol consistently ranks among the most harmful drugs overall, not necessarily because it's the strongest, but because it's everywhere. Why it's still legal? If alcohol causes so much harm, why hasn't it been banned? History already answered that question. During the early 1900s, several countries attempted prohibition rather than stopping alcohol. Illegal production exploded. Organized crime grew. Governments lost tax revenue, and millions continued drinking anyway. Eventually, many countries reversed those bans. Today, most governments regulate alcohol instead, limiting age, taxing sales, and restricting advertising. Not because alcohol is safe, but because prohibition largely failed. Alcohol has been with humanity. For thousands of years, it has celebrated victories, marked traditions, and brought people together. But it has also fueled addiction, violence, disease, and millions of deaths. the same substance poured into champagne glasses at weddings is the same drug that overwhelms emergency rooms and damages nearly every organ in the body. Its greatest danger isn't that it's hidden, it's that it's ordinary. Because sometimes the most dangerous drugs aren't the ones society fears, they're the ones society accepts.